Hi, Amy. Sorry about the bad explanation. I'm not very good at explaining things when I'm typing. So what I mean by twisting that bottom arm out is, so if this was the inside of your pole, you had your right arm up and your left hand was down, they're twisting their hand out with their thumb on the outside of the pole kind of facing downward, kind of, with their fingers wrapped around. So what's happening is they're getting a bit of a twisting motion in their forearm. Obviously not as bad if you're rotating like this, like in a twisted grip. But when you're like this and you're pulling yourself up, what's happening is all of your weight is going onto this bone. I ended up with tendinitis and stress fractures in both of my forearms from doing that with spinning and things, you know, the straddle spin, all that. So what I tell my students is to flip off the floor. So what I mean by that is make sure your middle finger points down. You're going to use this lower part of your palm as your brake. That's going to keep you from sliding down. You put your hand, it's probably about hip height to start if you're flat-footed. About hip height, you're going to reach up high. So right now your elbow is about at your belly button. You're going to flip off the floor and you can wrap your pinky and your thumb around if you need to. You can leave them flat, but I like to leave them round. As long as that middle finger is pointing down, you're in a nice neutral position. Then you can take your shoulders and pull them back, and it's not putting any weight whatsoever on those bones. If I do this for even a second, I get instant pain as soon as I come off of that pole, and it's quite frustrating. Obviously, if you're doing some sort of a tuck spin, coming around the pole or tucking into a butterfly, you're going to need to twist your hand like that. That's totally different. But even with you know, spins where we're coming around like this, I have them either do this or press their palm against the pole, because when you're doing this, it's just too much weight on that tiny bone. And I tell my students, you know, it may not happen to you. You may be one of those people that is lucky and you don't have to deal with stuff like that. I, unfortunately, was not one of the lucky ones and ended up with a nasty little injury there. So even when I go into a tuck, into a butterfly or something, I get a pain just that split second of being on it like that. So what I mean is twisting out and lifting up like that is a no, no, no. Get that middle finger pointed down and get in a neutral position using your shoulders down and back to lift up. So hopefully that explains it. And if you have any more questions, let me know. Thanks, bye.